Eric Poy from the Gold Sheet here, breaking down the Washington Commanders hosting the New York Giants on Sunday. At current market, the Washington Commanders are 10-point favorites in this matchup. Before I get into it, I want to say to everybody that if you're seeing this video on Wednesday, November 15th, it is Customer Appreciation Day at Wager Talk. The Gold Sheet team will have a play up for just $5. And after that, we will have an NFL All Access for this weekend, or college football if you're into it. So make sure to check out wagertalk.com and the Gold Sheet. So let's get right into this one. So the Washington Commanders have no business being 10-point favorites over anybody in the National Football League. I understand that Tommy DeVito is not an NFL caliber quarterback. What he did last week against Dallas was just abysmal. They didn't trust him to throw the football until it was garbage time, and he still picked up only about 80-plus yards in the air. And while he is athletic, he's not a traditional running quarterback. He just simply put is not good enough to be in the National Football League. On the other hand, you have a Commanders team who, after looking like Jekyll and Hyde to begin the season, played some really great games, played some really terrible games. Sam Howell either made some elite throws or he made some horrible decisions in the pocket. He is now settled in. He has now put together 3 straight above-average quarterback games. Now, Washington went just 1-2 in these games, but he played a great game against the Eagles for the second time this year. He made a singular rookie mistake, which he technically is a rookie in the sense where he's only on his 9th or his 10th career start, 11th career start actually. But I made a single rookie mistake in the Patriots game, otherwise made some great throws. And in Seattle, outside of a fumble on a run where he was just trying to pick up extra yardage, he was making throws that not a lot of elite NFL quarterbacks can even make often. He was making those great decisions. So why am I backing the Giants? Well, there are a couple of reasons here. For starters, we saw what Wink Martindale did to this Washington Commanders team just a few weeks ago. Wink Martindale is one of the best blitzing defensive coordinators in football, and he got after Sam Howell every single snap by blitzing. Yes, now Eric Bieniemy and the Commanders had a chance to see what was going on now and make an adjustment. They had a whole couple of weeks to now adjust to this defensive scheme. But I still think it will be successful because the Giants' defense is actually relatively good. I know you wouldn't say that from last week's game when CeeDee Lamb ran all over them, but that's a completely different situation. Also, these two teams just play closer games, and the Giants always get the best of the Commanders. Now, I get it's a different scenario because you have DeVito under center and new Sam Howell and coordinator for the Commanders, but New York is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games in Washington, and overall, New York is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against Washington, and 7-2-1 straight up in their last 10 games against the Washington Commanders. So something about playing the burgundy and gold really gets the Giants going. And while I'm not predicting an outright upset by New York in this situation, this Commanders defense is going to be the easiest defense that DeVito has had to face since he is now becoming the starter or had to play backup snaps. The Commanders played that game close against Seattle, but they let up over 450 yards. Like Geno Smith and co were getting whatever they wanted on this Washington defense. Now, I don't expect Tommy DeVito to put on an all-time performance or anything like that, but I anticipate that the Giants, Saquon Barkley and co, will be able to move the football a little bit more effectively than people would anticipate against this Washington defense that is now terrible without Montez Sweat and Chase Young. They were already terrible, and now they're even worse. On the flip side, again, I think Wink Martindale will do enough to throw Howell off of his game as, he's put together 3 great starts, but the jury is not ready to say that he is a legitimate, top 15 quarterback. He still has to prove that he's only had, say, 5 good games in his NFL career. He's also paired that with 4 bad to mediocre to terrible games. So the New York Giants plus the 10 points just makes too much sense in this situation. They dominate the season series or the historical series of recent memory between these two teams, and just Washington does not have any business being a 10-point favorite over anybody in the National Football League. Our power ratings do not get us there, and we would recommend taking the Giants in this matchup. Again, if you like what you heard, wagertalk.com, the Gold Sheet team. We will have a play for $5 customer appreciation, only good on Wednesday the 15th. After that, though, look out for college football, college basketball, NBA, and NFL at the Gold Sheet, wagertalk.com. See you guys next time.